Did you ever know one of those people that nobody had anything bad to say about? That was Greg Brackett. He was a fine man. He was a good father, good neighbor, a loving heart for people everywhere. Today was the first day back for the Campbell County Youth Basketball Association after the passing of Greg Brackett, who coached the Eagle Tire 9 and 10-year-old team with his daughter Shelby. Well, Saturday, she had to go at it alone without her dad on the sidelines with her. It was a sad day for me, so I know how sad it was for Shelby. They won their game today over Dean Wedby, but really no one had their minds on the game. Their minds were somewhere far removed from basketball, coaching, winning, or losing, because they lost a good friend in Greg Brackett. It was like everyone went through the motions just to get through the day, if for nothing else, in honor and memory of Greg. "This is the hardest game I've ever coached," said Dean Wedby before the game was even played. Here's a little bit of what Dean Wedby had to say.
So now, Dino, does everybody have the patches on their uniforms?
Yeah, everybody. Well, there's a couple teams that haven't got it yet, but they're all playing it.
Just the 9 and 10-year-old teams, though?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, who came up with this idea?
I decided to do it with David Harder. Me and David Harder put it together.
Yeah.
And they had originally, a couple of the parents on the Eagle Tire team had originally contacted me to put something on their jerseys for them. Then I got with the other coaches, and they all decided to pitch in and put it on everybody.
Yeah, I was going to say, so without saying it, they all jumped on board this.
Right.
Well, buddy, it's a good thing you're doing.
Well, Greg Brackett was a great man.
Greg was a very good friend of Dean and hundreds of others in this area. To honor Greg, Dean Wedby and David Harder came up with the patch idea for all the 9 and 10-year-old teams to wear for the remainder of the season in honor of Greg. And I must say, every kid on every team was very proud to show me their patch as they wore it proudly. One player on Dean Wedby's team proudly displayed his patch right before his game with Greg Brackett's team. All the players seemed to know what it meant, though, and who it was meant for. Before their game was played, the Dean Wedby players went over and shook hands with the Greg Brackett team in recognition of their loss. Greg's fiancée, Stacy Willoughby, and her 2 sons, Justin and Cody, were in attendance wearing the Eagle Tire t-shirts with Greg's old number on the back, which was 17. When the final horn sounded, the game was over, and this day was over and passed. Now they will move on to play next Saturday, and will play different teams, different games. But the fact will remain, Greg Brackett will not soon be forgotten by any of the teams in the Campbell County Youth Basketball Association. They have the patch to prove it. This is David Graham reporting for WLAF.